there are some characters that are just known for their absolutely hilarious and fun character meets, so for me, meeting Peter Pan and Tinkerbell at Disney was an absolute must. The first time that I made a jacket for Disney characters to sign went so well, and I had so much fun that I finished it a lot faster than I had originally planned. So when I did the second one, I really put a lot of thought into characters that I really wanted to meet, or meet again, or just had never gotten around to before, and at the top of that list was Peter Pan. I'd always heard and seen great videos about how much fun his interactions were, but somehow I had never actually gotten to meet him. I guess I had just somehow managed to never walk past his area and actually seen him out and about, except if there was a huge line, so I really had to make sure that I got him for this jacket. I actually painted him on the jacket so that I would have to get him signed, so I would make myself get in line and wait and meet him. But it also worked out really nicely to put him as a single character behind the pocket. I had Tinkerbell on my first jacket, so I didn't necessarily want to include her in this jacket, and I didn't think it was very likely I'd ever get to meet Wendy. So I think it made sense to leave him as a single character on this jacket, and then he fit nicely behind this pocket, but I still had plenty of blank area around him so that I could get in lots of those surprise signatures. Even though this jacket was a lot more planned out than the first one, I definitely purposely left a lot of blank space because there were plenty of times with that first jacket that we would see a character out and about that I could go up and meet, but they didn't really fit in with the theme of that first jacket, so I didn't really have anywhere for them to sign, or I didn't think that their signature would quite fit in. This jacket is more planned out, but more also a little bit random. I'm pretty much okay with any Disney character signing this jacket, I just have some specific ones that I definitely wanted to sign. For instance, even though Tinkerbell signed my first jacket, I have absolutely no problem having her sign this jacket next to Peter Pan. I just didn't really want to have her painted on both jackets because I didn't want to take up that real estate with a repeat character, but I wanted to leave plenty of room for everybody, including her, to sign. And I do think Peter Pan lived up to his reputation. It was a very, very cute interaction. Almost immediately, I like how he referred to his signature instead of a signature or an autograph. He referred to it as adding his shadow to my jacket, which I thought was really cute. I always think it's really fun how the different characters have their own way of tying you into their world and their story. It's super cute, very customized to the character, and I always love that. Unlike some of the characters I've met, Peter wasn't too distracted with the other characters, but he clearly noticed that there were a bunch of them on there, so he just asked me if Tinkerbell was on the jacket. When I told him no, he really was a little disappointed in that and said that I really needed to include her because she was his best friend, and I told her that's fine, maybe I can work her in, or at least just have her sign near him. Then he asked if Wendy was on the jacket. At this point, I'm feeling a little bad, like, oh man, it's like I left out all his best friends. Is he a little upset about that? But he was actually glad that Wendy wasn't on the jacket because he said that was good. If I'd put Wendy on and not Tinkerbell, then Tinkerbell would have been jealous and become a Stinkerbell, which was adorable and very in character. But he did remind me that he and Tink were best friends and that I should definitely get her to sign the jacket as well. Message received, Peter. So when Peter Pan not so subtly tells you that you need to have Tinkerbell also sign your jacket, you have Tinkerbell sign your jacket. So the next morning we were off to the front of Magic Kingdom to meet with Tink. It's never a good idea to have a fairy feeling left out, so even though we'd met with Tinkerbell several times, I had no problem meeting with her again. I love the queue leading up to her. The room where we talk about faith and trust and pixie dust is just very simple and little and short, but I just think it's really cute and pretty, so never a problem going through there. And of course, Tinkerbell is always adorable. Since Tinkerbell's not actually painted on this jacket, she was a little more open-ended with where she could sign, so I let her pick. And of course, she chose a place where she could add a little extra pixie dust, which, I mean, who doesn't need more pixie dust in their life? As usual, Tinkerbell, she was a bit of a chatterbox, and while she was signing, she was looking at the different characters, and she asked me if I had painted them all. When I told her that yes, I had, she decreed that I must be an art talent fairy, and that hadn't worked out so well for her, so she was glad it did for me. I would still love to get Wendy or maybe Captain Hook to sign the jacket someday. There's still plenty of room in that area of the jacket, so fingers crossed. How cool would that be? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you'll like and subscribe down below. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.